What's bracking, guys? So this is going to be a quick reaction to the U.S. men's national team match versus Honduras, and we'll just go break down some players. Matt Turner, he made some big saves. His distribution is kind of not very amazing, but he's fine, I guess. Left back, George Bello. Left wing back, left mid, whatever, that 5-2-3 formation we're using. He made a mistake on that goal. He's young. He was just kind of thrown in the mixer, and the tactics didn't help either. The fact that he was higher up than Pulisic most of the game just shows what's wrong with Berhalter's tactics. We'll move to left center back at the start. Mark McKenzie, he was fine, I guess. I mean, I didn't see anything too terrible. But we'll move to John Brooks. He might as well have been anchoring the Titanic. He looked just terrible as the central center back. He looked bad versus Canada with the goal also. So, not particularly impressive. But Miles Robinson, who was playing right center back at the start, that man he's got the physical attributes, and he just reads the game very well. He honestly could be a very high-level center back, it looks like, eventually. Right wing back, we had Tyler Adams at fucking right wing back, okay? He had to do, like, the stupid long diagonal shit that Berhalter wants and all that, and he got caught out sometimes. He didn't look super comfortable. He did play there for Leipzig last season quite a bit, so I thought maybe he'd be better, but you'd much rather have Tyler Adams sitting at CDM rather than Kellen Acosta. So moved to the CDMs in the first half. It was James Sands and Kellen Acosta. They just did not look good. Kellen Acosta has a terrible touch. His one job should just be to be a destroyer to win the ball. But again, we ask him to get forward and like try to create chances and play like the ball. But he, like we want to play these like tactics as we have like those diagonal passes you see Paul Pogba like making, but we want to do them with Kellen fucking Acosta and James Sands. Sands did not look very good either. I mean, he's a young player. It's fine. I mean, then we had Pulisic basically as the cam. I just don't get it. Pulisic, he's fine there, but he has to come all the way back to the ball, and he's like one of the players who's dropping back the most to get to the ball. He needs to be in the ball in the final third, running at defenders on the wing. He's an out-and-out winger. Get him on the wing. Let him run at defenders. Do what he's good at, rather than having him do like the inverted winger shit. Well, in the end, he kind of was just like a kind of a 5-2-3. It was just a weird, stupid formation with the personnel we had, in my opinion. But okay, he basically tucked in a lot and to give space for George Bello to play higher than him in the end is what he had to do. He did not look very good in all honesty. He needs to just be on the wing, and obviously he's getting over COVID, but just put our best players in our best positions, Sir Berhalter. That is the main thing. Like, let him be on that wing, run at defenders, do what he's best at, and he will perform at a much higher level. But, that wasn't happening, obviously. These tactics from Berhalter, I've talked about in the previous video I did about USMNT national team match versus Canada. They're just way too overcomplicated. We just have a bunch of pointless possession that turns into terrible diagonal passes that are predictable and are read very easily. And yeah, it showed in the first half. We looked stagnant. We had the one long ball to Sargent. Pepe couldn't really get a good contact on that after Sargent headed it back in. We might as well, if we're going to be overloading the box, we might as well just be putting crosses in. I mean, we've got like big guys who can win the ball. We've got Payfalk, obviously. We've got Pepe, who's good in the air. Sargent is fine in the air. And we'll move to Josh Sargent. Congratulations on being the first ginger donkey to be a professional football player, because he cannot connect simple, like 4-yard passes. He looked absolutely awful in that first half. He just looked garbage, honestly. I don't know what it is with him, but he has his moments where it's like, hey, maybe he'll be fine, but he just looked awful. Ricardo Pepe, thank you for saving us. His movement is incredible. He's a very good finisher. He needs to be our number 9. He's our number 9 right now. He should be. I don't care how old he is. Let him start, because he's our best pure goal scorer at the moment. He's in form. He finishes. That's what we need from our number 9. That's what we should be doing. So, yeah. Did I miss anyone? No, I'm pretty sure that I named everyone in that first half. And, of course, we had some subs. Anthony Robinson, I will always say he's a very one-dimensional player. he has no vision. His technical ability is quite poor, but he used his pace. He got forward. He scored a goal. He looked fine, I guess. I mean, like I said, he should be fine against CONCACAF level opponents. We act like Honduras is like MLS level team. In all honesty, that's why I hate that people are like, oh, it's CONCACAF World Cup qualifying. It's so difficult. We threw on Christian Rodon, Sebastian Lletget, and they looked actually solid because it looks like we didn't really overcomplicate the tactics in the second half as much as we were in that first half, where it was just typical Berhalter ball, where you just look stagnant, you have possession for a bit and do nothing with it. So yeah, Christian Rodon, you looked fine. Lletget looked decent. He actually looked really good in my opinion against Canada also. So he gets a lot of crap, but he's good against these type of opponents. He's good against these type of opponents. He's not going to elevate us to the next level like against the top tier opponents, but if we want to qualify for a World Cup against teams like this, he is good at playing football against these teams. Yeah, like things don't have to be so complicated tactically, and maybe we'll have more stuff like that second half. Who knows? Sorry, the car outside my work, motorcycle, excuse me. Brendan Aronson, he's looked very good actually. I'm very, very excited to see the way he came on and influenced the things. And then Yedlin didn't look too bad, and I think that sums up the subs that were made. But yeah, I thought the second half also just showed some grit. Like, it looked like it was going to turn into, someone said on Twitter, like the 4-0 Costa Rica loss. Some of those big losses we had when we didn't qualify, where we just did not look sharp at all, looked like no one cared. But I think with these young players, you're not going to have that. They care. They obviously want to win. They just don't have a manager who is just good at organizing a team. Like, can we just play players in positions that they are best at? Can we not have Tyler Adams as a right mid? And he obviously was good there at Leipzig last season, sure, but he's much more effective as center defensive mid. If you just want to have just have Kellen Acosta go on at right mid next time, have him be a destroyer. Just tell him to run all over the pitch and win the ball and do nothing else. I understand there were injuries, but also that if we're supposed to be able to make changes, there's plenty of players we could have called up who are creative midfielders. Julian Green, Luca De La Torre is another player. Hopefully Richie Ledesma is fit soon, because I think he would be a very good option for us centrally and out wide with he should be essentially, he's pretty much a number 10 and 8. He's a very creative player. And I would like to see him in the future with the U.S. men's national team. I think he'd be very good for us, trying to break down some of these teams are going to be bunkering this next year or so. So, yeah. How about we play creative players and not have our best attacking player being, like, so deep? Pulisic had to drop so deep to get the ball. And who was higher than him some of the times? In the last game, too, Kellen Acosta and George Bayo, man. Bayo, he has a lot of upside. He's going to be a very good left back in the future, but Pulisic needs to be on that wing, running at defenders. I understand we want to do this overload bullshit. Oh, let's overload. But we're overloading to the point where our best attacking players are not getting the ball because their spaces are taken by fullbacks and eights who do not have any bit of the attacking talent that they have. That just makes absolutely no sense to me. Hopefully Berhalter just simplifies shit for the next window. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's what needs to happen. Because, I mean, we can talk about, it's difficult CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, but we just saw what we did in the second half with not nearly the attacking talent that we usually have at our disposal, and we looked good, I guess. I mean, put some nice crosses in, mate, and things happen. Let's just play direct, get the ball forward. When we don't have that the midfield, like the creators or the players who are comfortable in the ball, when we don't have like Adams, Reyna in the midfield, or Pulisic Like, let's just get the ball forward, man. No, let's not call up Josh Sargent anymore. Let's call up DK. Like, honestly, it would be fine with going back to playing some direct, proper footy mate and throwing the ball forward to Pepe, P. Falk, DK, who, depending on availability, with these 3 matches, are going to be in most of these international windows from now on. Like, that's fine. Get the ball forward. When we don't have the players who can create in that manner, like who can pick out passes like a Gio Reyna, and connect in that way, we just got to get the ball forward into dangerous situations. Use our athleticism, because we do have that athleticism. We just have to simplify things, because I think we're trying to play as if we are Barcelona with Kellen Acosta, James Sands on the pitch. It makes absolutely no sense to me, but yeah, overall, it was nice to see them come back and grab the win. I was very excited, especially with that Pepe goal. I'm very happy to see him score in that manner. Please, Julian Araujo, come join us also. We need another right-back option that can actually defend. We need you. DeAndre Yellen is fine for now, but I've heard he might be switching to Mexico officially soon. But oh well. With that, gotta head back to work. Anything else I might have missed, let me know. Berhalter, still don't like him. Still think we'd be much better off with a different manager in the future. But in the end, I think we won despite him, and I think that probably is what really actually happened in the summer too, with the 2 finals. But hey, we look to be in a decent position at the moment. We just gotta beat these teams who obviously are not much better than us. Like Canada, I really think it's just Canada and Mexico are the only team that are really on our level talent-wise. Just we are not putting our talents in the best positions possible to thrive. So hopefully we start doing that. That would be wonderful. With that, guys, let me know some of your thoughts on today's match. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye. I'm gonna get back to work. Goodbye.